Hey, what's up guys? Houston McMiller back with our 7th video. Now, in this video, let me ask you, have you ever wondered what's the real big difference between business credit and business credit funding? All right, because you see a lot of people, they would tell you, oh, I got $100,000 in business credit. Then you hear people say, well, I only got $50,000 in business funding. So which one is more valuable? So in this video, we're actually going to be discussing that. And in the next video, we're actually going to be talking about choosing the right net 30s in order to get the funding. All right. But this video is going to clear up the difference between business credit and business funding. All right. So here's the thing about it. You have business credit, then you have business funding. All right. Now, here's the thing about it. With business credit, you're usually looking at like term credit. Okay. So what that means is that you would have like net 15, net 30, net 20 accounts, right? And so with these here accounts, you have a certain amount of time that the bill is due, okay? So these are not revolving accounts, and you can only use it with that vendor, all right? So in terms of like some of the vendors I'm talking about when it comes to business credit, like you have a Home Depot, right? So you have Home Depot. Well, people say, well, I got $50,000 in business credit, well, with Home Depot. But tell me how many places you can go other than Home Depot that you can actually use that Home Depot card, right? So that's what business credit, or you have Lowe's, right? So Lowe's, that's another one, department store card. So then I'll tell you something that's interesting about business credit, but let's talk about like Granger, Seaton, Uline, okay? So these used to be your starter trade lines toward building up business credit, okay? And they used to have a lot of value, but they don't anymore. So that's the reason why things are changing to where you're going to have to go from business credit to business funding. So there's a difference, but something I want to point out. Now, with the Home Depot card, or even like with the Dell, okay? So Dell computers, right? So with Dell computers, most people think, oh, I got the Dell card, but I can only use it with Dell. That's not true, all right? Because with Dell, you can actually buy Apple products and things of that nature that, again, people are not aware of because their level of education of understanding business credit they're not aware of. Now, in terms of, let's go back to Home Depot. So with Home Depot giving you a credit card and stuff for your business credit and stuff, well, how do I leverage that? How do I make money out of it? Well, one of the ways that people make money out of it, when they go to Home Depot, they would make different purchases. So they would make purchases like product, cleaning products and things of that nature. And then they have like Visa gift cards. So then you would take like, get a couple of those Visa gift cards, but you have to make sure that when you're doing it, you're actually doing it when you're making the same purchase with this. So when you get those, so it'll look like all one transaction of a purchase instead of you just getting a whole lot of Visa gift cards. Now, that being said, that with the Visa gift cards, now you can possibly take those up to a Western Union, MoneyGram, Walmart or something, and you can buy a money order, or you may take that Visa gift card, you may sell it online to get the cash, or you may take that Visa gift card and load it up on Venmo and then send the cash over to somebody and they give you the cash back. So that's how you actually liquidate in order to get money. But the question is, do I really want to go through that? Do you really want to go through all of that? Because at the end of the day, most people want business funding. Now, when it comes to business funding, we're talking about Visa, MasterCard, Amex, right? Business lines of credit, business loans, okay? So in terms of these, now you're looking at your different financial institutions. Now you remember the prior video I said the best institutions to go get funded? You may want to go back and look at that video, because in terms of explaining how to get the maximum amount of business credit funding, all right? So that's the real difference. Now, in terms of there's something else that creates confusion, is this Dun & Bradstreet, okay? So people get confused by the net, like the net 30s with Dun & Bradstreet. They may get confused by the paydex score, okay? So that's the thing about it. Now, what's most important when you get funding is the relationship you have with financial institutions. And like I said in the previous video, is that with financial institutions, they're not really focused on what your paydex score is. So your paydex goes anywhere from 0 up to 100, right? Most people know of an 80 paydex, right? So most people figure, well, I got an 80 paydex. How come I can't get a credit card and stuff? Because the two are not related. They're not correlating. So you have to actually go through a financial institution that you actually have a relationship with. All right, so that's the reason why you cannot do the two. All right, now in terms of like, say that you're opening up like a restaurant or a food truck or a janitorial business or cleaning supply business, something like that, then yes, net 30s, paydex score and stuff, all of that means something on that side, but not when you actually just want revolving lines of credit and things of that nature. Then you have to look at business funding. So that's the reason why there's this such confusion, because people hear people say, well, I got $50,000 in business credit or $100,000 in business credit, but you have to keep in mind, they're not referencing business funding. They're usually referencing trade credit, all right? And so by them referencing trade or term credit, this is where the psychology kicks in. And you wonder, well, how come I'm not getting a Visa card? How come I'm not getting an American Express card or something like that? It's because they're focusing on trade credit and term credit and on a paydex score versus with the financial institutions to get these here type of loans, all right? So I hope that this here clears up what most people are not aware of, that there is a big difference between business funding and business credit, okay? If you have any other questions, definitely you can hit the link and schedule a one-on-one consultation. Like I said, this next video coming up, talking about the right net 30s. And again, talking about net 30s here, there's certain type of net 30s that you need in order to help you to get qualified for funding, all right? Because it works with the Business Credit Bureau. So I'll see you in the next video.